Peter. You've just had a go on the Tita back inverter,
Yep.
and you know, we don't know each other that well. I just sort of say hello to you every now and again in our little community village here and everything, and I don't know too much about you. And you just seem to want to hang on there for ages. So this back inverter is a back inverter which basically hangs people either at an angle with their head towards the ground or directly upside down.
Yeah.
And Peter, you chose to sort of stay almost vertically upside down for quite a while.
Yeah.
And at an angle, well, at that 180-degree angle where somebody that was perhaps trained in inverter machines would be told not to encourage first timers to go upside down for too long, and even not even to go upside down at all at first, and yet you were straight away clear that you wanted to go all the way and stay there as long as you could. And I'm very curious about what type of experience it was that motivated you to stay so long upside down on the inverter.
It's because I've had long-running issues with the way my body organizes weight distribution and the way I hold tension in my body. I find that when I'm tense, then there are certain core places where the tension starts and then it spreads to other areas. And for example, with me it starts on the balls of my feet and in the small of my back, and it starts at very small points, and the more tense I am, the wider the areas of tension grow. And the areas of tension expand and contract but are never completely gone. And I've been searching for a technique, a something that takes those areas of tension down to zero in a physical form. Like, I've done lots of mental work, analysing my thought processes and that sort of thing, and that helps. But to know that there's a physical process as well makes me, know that with this physical process I can develop the muscles and the way my body balances itself to reduce the amount of tension and just be able to stand in a state of relaxation even when I'm using energy. And hanging upside down gave me access to muscles in my feet and in my legs and in my back and in my abdomen that I hadn't been able to access. And the longer I hung there, the greater the awareness was in my abdomen and my lower back and in my legs and in my feet. And it just kept going. The longer I stayed there, the greater my awareness got. And even after hanging there for 45 minutes, maybe half an hour, 45. I lost track of time because I was having so much fun feeling more of my body. And I know I want to do it again because I know that it'll just keep going and I'll be able to get that body knowledge back. And it's like, if you're only able to raise your arms a certain height, and just as a parable, I guess, or it's like, why can I not, because for me it's, why can I not arch my back in a certain way? Why do I stoop my neck in a certain way? How do I get out of that habit? And that hanging for me provides me as like an absolute or a base point to go, this is your muscle reference point. Once your muscles know this position, then that's the best for your body, and then you can go and do whatever you want with it. But until you know this initial key position, then you can't really, your field of movement is reduced. And hanging for me provides such a pure reboot or recalibration of your body's instinctive position. Because when we stand, there's classic things like, if you want to hide from the world, then you crouch up to avoid people touching you, and if you're if you don't want anyone to see you, then you look at the ground a lot, and just, those are all mental processes, and you can get rid of those mental processes and they help return your body to its original form. But you need the physical processes too, And I've tried Tai Chi, and I've tried yoga, and I've tried Feldenkrais, and I've tried meditation and all those things. But I've never been able to just hang by my ankles before, and in that position with as much control as this device gives you. And it was really cool, and it's something I want to do again. And I recommend it to anyone who feels that what I'm saying resonates with them in some way. And I'd say it's something worth investigating.
Great, yeah. There's a growing awareness, I think, Stephen, that we can go so far with a lot of therapies, but if we don't get connected in our body, if we've got disconnection between our body muscles and other vital organs and the skeletal system, then we're always going to be limited as a person as a whole, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I know that's, you know, what you just said is part of the philosophy of yoga a little and other things, but even in Tai Chi and yoga, you don't get someone hanging you by your ankles, and you can't just stay there for 45 minutes and just go, okay, this is all down to me. I mean, it is with yoga, of course, but there's gravity only touches you in certain ways, whereas the way you're using the natural force of gravity to touch you in a completely different way. And for me, that provided that connection, and I can only hope that it'll give that connection to someone else who's on the same path, trying to find the same form of awareness in themselves.
Just out of curiosity, Stephen, how long since you've been on the device now?
Now,
Couple of hours?
Yeah, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay, and how do you feel now in your body compared to, say, how you might have felt if you hadn't been on the inverter?
I feel a lot more aware, I feel a lot more relaxed, and I feel like I feel like my field of movement has become increased, and I feel like my awareness of where my balance is better, and I also feel stronger because I feel like I can use my muscles more efficiently, and that I can achieve more.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add?
I think it's important to note that I think it's something that, I mean, having only been on it for 2 hours total ever, it's something I would do again to, you know, say I do it tomorrow and then, you know, maybe another hour the day after, and do it for as long as I felt necessary in order to just strengthen that relevance, you know, that reference point or that core place. And I think that it's important to know that it's not a one quick hit. It's not a you do it once and everything's solved. It's, for me it was, you do it once and it shows you what you can do and where you can go. And after that, it's really up to you and where you want to take it.
Alright, Stephen, thanks very much for that.
No worries. Thank you.